Hello everyone, and welcome to another Monster Hunter World live stream. We're doing hard carry number 2. This time is for Zachariah the Messiah, and you can see me logged in as his character. He's got the cool looking Odo Garen lance for us. Did he set this up beforehand? Look how slick his character looks. He's got the beard, he's got the hair. Snake, snake, snake! There's his cat, Kanzu. Let's take a look at his guild card real fast. Alright, view. Zachariah the Messiah. Whew. Hunter rank 183. And it looks like he mostly plays with the hammer. I approve of this. Hammer and insect glaive. Not much experience with any of the other weapons, interestingly. Alright. So, as you guys might have seen, we're going to be fighting Arch-Tempered Kulftaroth. That's the monster he requested. Let's go ahead and check his garden real fast. Empty his garden out. Oh, good. He's got lots of honey. Whew. Quite a bit of honey. We're going to get the thick summoner jelly. So we love being thick. And let's jump up to the gathering hub. How's it going, everyone? Angus Chen says, Gameconomist, so you're using other people's accounts, huh? Yes, so this is a new series that I'm doing called Hard Carry. With Hard Carry, you can request for me to log in as you. This means you would have to share some private information, so make sure it's me before you share it. You know, really make sure it's me. And then what I do is I log in, I show off your builds. You could be somebody who maybe needs help with the game, or maybe somebody who just wants to see their character live. Like you might already have all the stuff unlocked, and you just want to see your character live. So it's either one, and I'll play whatever fight you want me to play, and yeah. So it's an interesting chance to see other people's accounts. Alright, look at that. We're already filling up a bit. Let's see how many people we have. Look at that. Not too bad. Let's go and see if he has a forager setup. He requested that I didn't change much on his account. He didn't want me to change his builds too much. Look at that. Okay, he's got a bunch of empty loadouts over here. How's he doing on armor? Okay, so it doesn't look like he's got a forager armor set up. Let's go ahead and take these off. Let's see, I'm trying to remember which of these holds the most decorations. This one does. Pretty good. Alright, so it looks like he only built the helmets that are good for, you know, for the armor that's good for combat. He didn't necessarily build any of the gathering armor sets. Damascus. We'll take this one. Okay, we'll take that one. Just checking. Alright, we'll just take this one. Set decorations. Let's go ahead and take all this off. Let's see what kind of gathering decorations he has. Let's jump down here. So. There it is, botany. Let's go fill up on botany. How many do you gotta hold? You gotta hold 4 of these? Jesus. Bonnie, we want geology as well. So geology is 3. Alright, and what else? So there's geology, tips, toes, smoke, specimen. Looks like that's going to be it. Let's just add vitality. So the other nice ones like the honey hunter or whatever it's called, honey gatherer, you have to get those from actual pieces of armor probably. We'll go ahead and save that up here. That'll be the forager setup. We could rename it, but we'll leave it unnamed. And then for items... Alright. Let's go ahead and empty these out. We're going to go ahead and save that here. It's an empty item loadout. I know, it's so strange, right? So we have a little bit of a forager setup. Really, the only one that's going to help us is the botanist. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and get started. This is a Gameconomist Kulftaroth lobby. The rules are on Pursuit 1, you may only gather tracks and gather scattered gold chips. You may not attack Kulftaroth. You may not attack Gajalaka. You also may not be AFK or in a quest that isn't Kulftaroth, okay? So those are all the rules. I reserve the right to boot your butts out of here if you break the rules. So please, everyone, follow the rules. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Cove Taroth Siege. Obtain rewards. Whew. What are we getting here? Not that much. Alright, let's see the comments real fast now that we've got that set up. Angus Chen, I already answered that one. Nemesis says, if I were to make a longsword build, what skills should I add? Health boost, weakness exploit, and crit boost. Maybe maximum eye if you have room. Angus Chen says, by the way, good morning. It's 11:47 p.m. for me. LMAO. That's pretty late. From looking for months to joining the session, says Zachariah? Zachariah. Nice to have you in here. Oh, he actually made it into the Pursuit 1 run too. How do you enlist for this program? Because I'm starting to think Arch-Tempered Nurg is impossible. The best way is to contact me on Discord. There's already a list of people who would like me to do it, and you're welcome to get bumped to the top of that list if you want to make a donation. Otherwise, you just gotta wait for me to go through everyone's name. Your average guy says, Gameconomist, how many loadouts do you have? I assume they're full. No, not necessarily. I'm constantly making builds live. So I do have some loadouts that have been saved at this point, but surprisingly fewer than you would think. Let's see. Why so many rules? They're not that many rules. Just don't attack Cove and don't attack the Gajalajas on Pursuit 1. Don't say that, Garfield. Where's Garfield? Poop on stream? Too late, I already did it. Is it possible to join? No, it's impossible. 4 Vermilion says, why not do P1s? P1s are the most efficient. I don't like them. Christian D'Souza says, any light bowgun builds that don't require any Gamma Xena gear? Yeah, certain light bowguns and heavy bowguns have ammo clips that are so large, you don't necessarily need spare shot because you get natural timings in the fight where you can reload anyways. That would include like the Terra the Support light bowgun, the Glutton heavy bowgun, and even the Kiar Waters Pierce doesn't really require spare shot. It's just that when you can add spare shot to your build, often it's useful for, like, maybe you want to use sticky ammo, maybe you want to use ailment ammo. So it's useful for those still, but it's not required necessarily. Oh, there we are.
Reminds me of that time. Now get out there.
Does the Forger set make your Forger set you're making really make a difference? Yes. It does for gathering. Although this set's not as good as the one on my actual account, because I have the actual armor sets that give you the best Forger build or whatever you want to call it. So I would have to go over to the smithy and remake it basically for him. I suppose I could. He probably has the parts. He's HR 180, which means he's played the game for a while. It doesn't necessarily mean he has a fountain of endless materials for me to use on his behalf. So I'm not going to build anything for him. I'm just going to use what he already has. Bitter Bug, Devil's Blight. Let's jump down here. All right, I got to change the audio, so hopefully he notices that oh, he's already got them set up pretty good. Okay. We're going to change the background music to 50 though. I like to have that a little quieter. Is this the PlayStation 4? This is in fact the PlayStation 4. You can tell because of the PlayStation 4 buttons. Pros do solo Arch-Tempered Cove Taroth. That's right. Gameconomist, why don't you just solo Cove Taroth from Pursuit 1? If you're really good, you could just solo her from Pursuit 1. Everyone is mad now since they can't get their Stage 1 mounts. What? What's the best thing I can do for Pug ATKT to get as much loot as I can? Trick question. You should never do Pug ATKT. It's terrible. Join my Discord server and put together a lobby. But to answer your question, the best thing you can do is just, you could add like a whole bunch of shoutouts, shoutouts that you can repeatedly use, right? And you could try to teach the people in the lobby that, you know, don't attack Cove at Pursuit 1. So more and more people know about the fact that you can just gather tracks at Pursuit 1. More and more people are aware of this, thanks to the popularity of my videos and my live streams. So you might actually, if people realize, oh, you know about that, I know about that. When people hear you say that, they might go, okay, this, I'm in, let's do it. Because it mostly requires a whole lobby for it to work. But even if you get 3/4 of a lobby, that might still work. The other thing I'd say is after that doesn't work, after they go, oh, what are you talking about? Of course you're supposed to attack her at Pursuit 1. Just chill back. Don't really worry too much about it. They're gonna fail the Pursuit 1, right? They're not going to break her horns. So what you could do, you could just put your Forager set on and just gather for the whole time. I don't know. Because what you shouldn't do, you shouldn't try to push her into stage 4. This will only prolong the fight. So at Pursuit 1, you're going to be with the randoms, and the randoms aren't going to be skilled enough to break her horns at Pursuit 1. But what they might be skilled enough to do is push her into stage 4, and every time they push her into stage 4, you're really increasing the duration of the run. So don't help them do that. Try to get them to fail at stage 3 where she escapes. That's what I would recommend. Or even stage 2. Yeah. And what you can do in your meantime, like I said, is you can go around gathering. There's actually quite a lot of good things to gather on this map. There's just quite a bit. Not in stage 3, but in stages 1 and 2, there's quite a bit. Clorox Bleach says, with rarity 12 weapons, do you think cold weapons will get upgrades? I hope so, because I'd like to think that I didn't just grind for the weapons for no reason. But let's be real, it's not going to happen. What they're going to do is they're going to release a new Culve Siege. I don't know if it'll be Culve, it could be Culve Siege 2.0, she already has her mantle gone, or it could be an entirely new monster, which is what they should do. And then it's going to be the exact same thing as Culve. It's going to be like, alright guys, here's these marginally better weapons, go grind for them. That's exactly what's going to happen. I would bet 90 to 10 odds. 9 to 1 odds, I guess is the correct way to say it. Motiganon says, also, I lost my HR999 account. I might need your help. What? Why did you have a HR999 account? Who stole it? What build are you trying to go for? Well, I guess we'll take a look and see what Zachariah already has built. We need a part breaker set, right? So it's probably going to be a sleep hammer. And that's all I can think of. Don't you think the whole Culve Siege defeats the purpose of Monster Hunter? Yeah, absolutely it does. Although, as a game, it does not defeat the whole purpose of playing a game. Because a lot of people come in and they play Kul'Taroth, and it is a fun 16-player experience. So, it doesn't feel like it feels like it negates a lot of the formula of Monster Hunter World in general. Like the whole reward loop, where it's like you pick your armor, you pick your weapons. But if you really think about it, even when you're fighting something like Teostra, it's random whether or not you get a gem from the Teostra fight. But yeah, I agree. Like, you don't get the weapons you want, the weapon class you want. So there's a lot of it's different. It's different, and a lot of people didn't like Kul'Taroth, and so she's a little controversial, but it's been okay. Where's she gonna pop out? She's gonna pop out over here, right? It's been okay. It's fun in its own way. Luckily, the Kul'Taroth fight, as I've said before, luckily it's an actual kind of complicated fight. So at least there's plenty of learning to do. Gotcha. Got that fat little crab. Gold Kalapa. Oh, is this the first time he's caught one? I think that's the first one he's caught. Nice. How much does your login to account and help service cost? What? Oh, you mean hard carry. I'm not actually going to put a price on it. Basically, what I'm going to do is you can ask me to do it for free, and I will happily do it for free. However, if somebody wants to make a donation to go first, I will accept donations, and you can donate whatever you feel like. It could be $1, it could be $5, just whatever you feel like. Right? Motigaden says, do you play for Xbox players too? Yes, all three actually. PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Although, I don't really know how you log into a PC account. I've figured it out now for PlayStation, and I already knew how to do it for Xbox because I had logged in as for a friend a long time ago already. Long time ago. Before I was even a YouTuber. Hey Gameconomist, how are you doing? How do I get 6 to 8 rainbow rewards from Ultra Tempered Kul'Taroth? I've been doing it with my team for a while, but we only seem to get 4 rainbow rewards maximum. Yes, so there's a lot of information on how to get maximum rainbow rewards. That's your question, is how do I max out the rewards? So 2 of the rewards are random. Sometimes you'll get 8, sometimes most of the time you won't. The rest of the rewards are not random, and you're probably messing up one of these two things. You need to have one round against Kultaroth where your team does not fail and your team does not return from the mission. Okay, so that's one of the conditions. The next condition is before you break her horns, you have to break her tail. Okay, so you have to break her tail at least one time. So those are the two conditions. One of them you're probably failing, and this is causing you to only get 4 rewards. So make sure before you break her horns, you've broken her tail once. It doesn't have to be in the run that you're currently doing, but you know, if you're using my method of gather tracks on the first run, break her horns on the second run, if you're using my method, you do have to break her tail in that second run. And then once again, on your first run, you're not allowed to return from the quest. You're not allowed to fail the quest. That would be like if everyone died. If she escapes, that is not the same as failing. That's actually fine. She can escape. You can see she just escaped right now. She escaped at 8 minutes, and now we're going to go into an attack run. She can escape, but you can't all die, and then that would be a quest failed. Clorox Bleach, man, I explain so much about Clove Taroth every time I do one of these streams. Clorox Bleach says, I wish you can trade in your Cove weapons for the one you desired, because RNG is not letting me get my Terreth Fire longsword. Yeah, that would be nice, but then you wouldn't have to play Clove Taroth for hundreds of thousands of dollars. 6 Uninspired says, where do I donate here? Yes, you can donate in the live stream, Uninspired. Also, if you want more of your donation to go directly to me rather than to YouTube, be sure to use the Streamlabs link in the description of the video. Streamlabs sends your entire donation to me, whereas when you do a Super Chat takes 30% of the donation and sends it to YouTube. So, obviously my preference is Streamlabs. But you do whatever you're comfortable with, honestly. Alright, let's go check this guy's builds. So we got him some fresh items. Look at these items we got for you, Zachariah. We got nitro shrooms, bondberries, mandragores are good. Honey, you were farming for honey, so we got 6 honey. We got devil's blight, those are good. Bitter bugs are always good. Blue mushroom, we got some good stuff. Oh, it looks like some of it got auto crafted. All right, we got to change equipment. Let's see if he's got a Cove Taroth setup. Oh, okay. He doesn't have that many builds at all, actually. So let's go ahead and put a fast build together on the live stream, because I don't know what he has. Tell me you got the sleep hammer, right? Alright, I'm not seeing a sleep hammer. Let's go to hammer. Oh, well, look at that. Well, he has a good reason to have me play. He doesn't have the sleep hammer. Let's see, what else do we have? We got Diablo Shatterer here, and we have the Devil's Crush here. You know, I've been debating which one of these is better, and a part of me wants to go with Devil's Crush, because Devil's Crush is going to hit that white sharpness more easily, whereas Diablo Shatterer, the build is so strained, actually. You're really limited on what you can do, and he's got the Affinity Augment on that, so we're going to go with that, actually. Take this attack charm off. What does he got for charms? He doesn't have many charms. I'm actually really surprised. Okay, Handicraft Charm. It's time for you to expand your charm collection. Let's get this Draken set going. Who doesn't own the Draken set? That's what I want to know. Draken Van Braces. Draken Coil. Please have the Luna Legs. Yeah, we love Luna Legs, don't we, guys? Luna Legs win. Luna Legs OP. He's got 1 Destroyer decoration. Oh, no. That's not going to work. Does he have the Urgon? Wait, Urgon chest, maybe? Urgon chest is purple. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What about in the charms? Oh, he doesn't have it here either. Once again, let's check that coil. Make sure he doesn't have Urgon coil. Oh, well, he needs the Breaker Charm or something like that. He doesn't even have the Urgon set. You need that. You've been playing this whole time with the... I see you've got Clove weapons. Alright, well, that's fine. Let's play it from here. We can't fix it all in one day. Oh, he's got Tenderizer 3. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. We'll finish off this Crit Jewel, and then we'll probably go Max Might here, right? Because this... Alright, I don't see Max Might. Doo-doo-doo. Sharp, slider. Okay, no max might. Oh, he does have more destroyers. They're in other pieces of armor. Perfect. All right, we'll take part breaker 2. I should have thought of that. I didn't even think of that. I should have thought of that. All right, so looks like this is what we're going to be doing. That's not bad. Part breaker 2. We got crit eye, crit boost, weakness exploit. Unfortunately, we don't have any max might, so he's going to be real negative. Yeah, he's got 10% affinity, actually. Which means the crit jewels aren't justified. Flawless, and he just doesn't have... He just doesn't have max might. So I have no choice. Thinking about it here. Yeah, nothing we can do about it, really. Let's go ahead and change his equipment. We're going to see if he has the affinity booster. He does not. Darn it. All right, well, that's okay as well. That's okay. We'll just play it as is, guys. Not a perfect build. Not a perfect build, but that's okay. Cove to Roth, Pursuit level 5. It's going to be easy anyways, guys. It's Cove to Roth. Come on. All right, so this is round 2 where everyone's allowed to do damage, and this is going to be the kill run. We got the first run done in 8 minutes. The next run's going to be done in like maybe 15 minutes, so it's not a bad turnaround. Justin says, can you help me too to get the Cove to Roth weapons? I certainly can. Again, you need to contact me on Discord if you're interested in the hard carries. What about Gold Pickle, Diamond Cove to Roth? Gold Kushala de Ora. How do you balance streaming and family? Not very well at all, Johnny Vo. The reality is my wife and I don't spend enough time together. I try to spend time with her on the weekend as much as I can. She gets lonely at night because we eat dinner and then I go right back to streaming. So we used to spend all the time together, actually. Before I started YouTube and we were in college together, we spent all of our time together, like 100% of our time, because we took all the same classes. So every single day we'd sit down with our books, do our homework together, go to the same classes together. And now she works and I work especially hard because I'm trying to have a successful channel. And really what that means is putting in 12 to 14 hours a day, even on the weekends. So we don't spend as much time together, but we have a lot of financial needs. We have our student debt. We have our own mortgage. Most importantly, her parents, her parents were really struggling. Her mother got cancer, basically, and so she had to have a bunch of testing. She had to have a surgery. She's got chemo, and her parents didn't have the savings for that, so they're going to lose their home. We ended up having to buy their home, so now we have 2 mortgages and our student debts. So, we're both working very hard just because we have reasons to work very hard. Angus Chen says, I think the gameplay aspect of Cove to Roth is fine, but the reward system sucks. The reward system's really just designed to keep you playing, in my opinion. Justin, oh, let's see what that is.
For all the tips, I hope to donate more in the future. But I would like to join you on Xbox soon, but I'm not that good right now.
Oh, no problem, man. You'll be good. You'll be good in a short amount of time, trust me. Yeah, don't worry about that. You can play with me now. You don't have to be good to play with me. Yeah, let's see. I missed the name. It was 6 Uninspired, is that right? Hold on, let me check Streamlabs. Streamlabs actually saves the name. I learned that the other day. I was contacted by a guy who represents Streamlabs. I was contacted on Discord. How strange, right? 6 Uninspired 9. I didn't catch that at first. You have to read the whole thing.
See you around, buddy.
All right. So for those of you who are wondering, the reason it's not the snack fund is because we are saving up for a fresh new phone. My phone's almost 10 years old now, and I just have never needed a new phone, but I finally do because I'm looking for a system that can. I'm looking for something that can record videos, high quality videos, and when I did a bunch of research, it turned out basically the new cameras are phones, so it's phone time. Oh no. Oh no, Fatal's gonna make me go boom.
I'm ready.
It's okay. The barrel bombs do much more damage than me anyways. Alright, I probably should have... Oh, snap. Item loadout, right. Aladen, is it Aladen? He says, respect for being able to handle that much on your plate at once. Well, the hardest thing is actually just on my wife, you know, knowing that her mom is, you know, having trouble. It's really tough for her. And you don't expect to have troubles with cancer with your family when you're so young. Okay, it looks like we don't actually have an item load. I didn't even think of that. So let's do a rough one real fast. He must have had an item loadout. Huh. He must have just ran that one. Alright, we'll just run this. Justin Law says, can I join the session? You certainly can, but it's first come, first serve. So you might have a little trouble getting in because it's already probably full. And people are here to farm. Pencoctic says, streaming is the new gold rush. I don't know about that. My degree's in engineering, and or in computer science, and computer engineers are well paid. So if you want to talk about gold rush, there are actually some really well paying careers. Streaming's okay if you've got a large enough audience. I would say I do all right, but there are some really good paying jobs out there. Muttageddon says, I will definitely enlist your help. I need the Terrath Hammer Sleep. What's even worse is I got Terrath Hammer Sleep on the Lost account. Oh, that sucks. Is guard pointing supposed to be something easy standard? I seem to struggle a lot with that. I think as you continue practicing with... Oh, these are already chipped. I think as you continue practicing with your charge blade, you'll find that it's not that hard. It's mostly about getting the timing down once, and after you've done it once, it actually gets much easier from there. So I would do that. You can actually practice in the training room. You don't have to practice live. You can also watch videos on how to do guard pointing. Maybe I should make a guide on that. There's already a guide that exists, but I like to have my own guides for everything. Forgot to eat a meal. Phone fund? That would have been clever. How do I get a hard carry stream? As I've mentioned before, hard carries are done. All you have to do is request it on Discord. However, there's already a list of people who would like for me to do it, so I'm accepting donations if you want to be bumped to the top of that list. Chrisandre says, my dad passed away from stomach cancer at 49. Is rough. I was 25 when it happened. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like what my wife is going through right now, actually, because she didn't actually get treatment until much later, so the cancer is actually advanced, and she does not have very good 5-year survival rate. Is going to be well, it depends on, you know, different cancers have different survival rates, but her cancer happens to have a decent survival rate. However, because she waited so long to get treatment, her survival rate is not going to be that good, and her chemo treatment's been really rough on her. So it's not like something that's enjoyable to talk about. And I've thought about doing, like, maybe in the future some like cancer fundraising streams or something like that. So I've thought about doing all that. The only reason I haven't is just because you have to learn how to do all that. So you have to look up and find out, how do I do a charity run and all that? How do I link all this? So I've thought about doing that sometime soon. But then at the same time, we actually are right now supporting her family financially. And so, you know, I take the revenue from my own streams and just apply it to my own life already. Discusser says, easiest guard point with the Chad blade is right bumper plus Y for Xbox or R2 plus triangle for PlayStation 4. Whoa.
Keep yourself together.
Alright. We might have to create a fancy item loadout for Zachariah. I think he'll like it. I thought I grabbed items. Oh, here they are. Oh, I grabbed an ancient potion. I understand now. What is your going rate for remote farming the glutton? I'm gonna get hired to play Cult of Roth all day, guys. I'm like a kid in North Korea farming RuneScape gold. Or I hear actually that they do that in Venezuela. How wild is that? In Venezuela, as you guys know, they're having a hyperinflation crisis, and so you guys have probably heard a lot about that in the news. And one of the things I was reading an article about is that the kids will actually play RuneScape, like hardcore RuneScape. They get all the way into it. Like they educate themselves and they play it like a like a meta. They have like a system and everything, right? And they do this to raise RuneScape gold. And then they sell this gold online, and it actually pays better than what they're going to earn at home, because there's limited ways to earn monies in Venezuela right now. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. It's cool too, actually. You know, I hear that video game companies aren't always. Oh, darn! If only I dropped that like a moment later. I hear that companies are very kind of iffy about that kind of stuff. Like they don't want you to do that. But it's like, are you kidding me? These guys have found a way to earn money in a playing games, no less, right? In a time when they so badly need the money, just let them do it. But there's problems like them farming the money in the game affects the economy in the game, and yada yada yada, that kind of stuff. So it's all interesting stuff. Actually, it's really interesting stuff. Did you know when I was younger, one of my dreams was to make a video game where people could earn real money? That was one of the things that I'd sit around thinking about all the time. And the thing is, I don't really worry about it anymore. I do YouTube now, so I'm not interested in making games quite as much. But I'm also not worried about having to make a game like that, because what ended up happening was places like Twitch and YouTube made it possible to play any game and make money on it. So instead of designing a game specifically for being able to earn real world money, you just have Twitch and YouTube where you can entertain people by playing your favorite game. So I ended up seeing the problem as being solved, essentially, and I'm even benefiting from it. How cool is that? Balmain says, Hunting Horn is respectable, but not Chad enough. Discuster said, true, I'm a PlayStation 4 player, always get the trigger and bumper wrong, thanks for the correction. Hypernova says, would we have to request a specific fight for you, or could we ask for you to look at our account and do what you think we need? Yeah, you can do either of those things. Balmain says, not my luck with Hunting Horn randoms. Styx' Bay, best weapon for Kulf Taroth the Molten. Alright, let's go beat up on her. Please, can you explain how to sniff Kulf Taroth? So you walk up to her feet, you grab that track, and then you go, just like that. That's how you sniff feet. You're welcome. Woo, she didn't like that. I know somebody else just broke her horns. She got KO for sure. Run! Fortnite sell V-Bucks for real money. Mace guys, why did you pick YouTube over Twitch? Because, I don't know, YouTube Master Race. Why, Clark Speaks says, real men take money through scamming kids on Minecraft. What are good dual blades? There are no good dual blades, only good sword and shields. Not everyone is able to earn money off of it. Some people can do for years Twitch and YouTube, and yet still be able to not able to earn because it have low viewers. I do agree with this, but I also do not believe you're entitled to have viewers. So if you are able to put viewers together, it's because you're giving them value enough that they're becoming a larger audience. So it's just like any other job. Like, you're not entitled to be an engineer either. You actually have to be good at engineering. You see what I'm saying? Especially engineering. Like, could you imagine being an aerospace engineer and you're not the best in the world? They don't want you because they're making airplanes, and if you mess up, people die in an airplane crash, which is exactly what Boeing is experiencing right now. They have some problem with one of their airplane models, and it's going to cost them so much money that it's going to put probably their whole business at risk. So yeah, it's not quite as intense for something like streaming. You can be mediocre and still succeed, but you're not entitled to succeed either. Otherwise, everyone would do it, because everyone enjoys video games. Almost everyone. Rainer says, please don't attack in P1. SDS says, I can't imagine there being a big market for RS Gold. You need to farm tons to get some money out of it. There's a market for it. Whoa! Hold on, I'll read those in a minute. Let me get these other ones done. I mean, raw. Leandro says, hello, Gameconomist. Sorry, I haven't been on a couple of last streams. Hope you're doing great. I miss watching you. Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming back to the stream. Mark Davis says, I thought Flaming Crimson was the 4U version. I like to call him Crimson Demon Fatalis. Oh, am I holding the wrong button? I am. Victor Antonio, thank you so much, man. He says, bruh, I'm coming to work and see you online. It's too early and risky for me. This is my last of my Haman. Jojo, take it. Thank you so much for that donation, Antonio. That will go straight to my shiny new golden iPhone 12 with Kovtaroth feed on it. Gunrunner says, I killed Kush on the important disaster quest for crown farming and quest disappeared afterwards. WTF. Huh? That's so strange. So I think Gunrunner ran into some sort of glitch. Let's go ahead and update that snack fund. Oh. We're actually going to give it to Victor. He made the larger donation. I don't know exactly how much that is. I think it's closer to... Well, I'll look it up, actually. Collect these while we're at it, since we are alive. Oh, I see. Huh, interesting. I wonder if that's accurate. YouTube has marked his donation as if it were in the $10 range, but technically it's in the $5 range. I wonder how YouTube does that. Why don't we say Victor and Gunrunner for this one? How about that? We'll do both at the same time. See? I couldn't do that if I had some sort of bot doing it for me. Wouldn't work. The Siege of Kolv is complete. Let's see if we get the Sleep Hammer, because this guy's going to like the Sleep Hammer. I already know it. I already know it, because he has a lot of hammers. Give me that sweet Sleep Hammer. Who doesn't want a Sleep Hammer right now? It's like the best hammer. Alright. Mud. Terror Buster Glutton. No. Terror Arrow Fire. Well, he doesn't have it, so we'll accept it. Terror Pipe Water. He doesn't have it. We'll accept it. Dragon. Decay. Poison. And Sleep. I mean, we don't even need to accept this because it's going to be trash. But we'll accept it anyways. I don't know why. That's what you do. It's called collecting. Alright. Let's go ahead and save this build as well. That wasn't too bad. We're going to jump back to this. The botanist setup. And one of the things we want to do, actually, we want to go into the crafting list, and we want to turn off auto crafting. The reason why is because you can always craft the stuff afterwards, but saving up the raw materials... Sorry, I hope I'm not messing anything up for him too bad. Saving up the raw materials is more important because you want to be able to create item loadouts where maybe you want to craft more stuff in the middle of the fight. Well, if all of the things you're collecting now get auto-crafted, then you won't be able to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and get another P1 started. So far the rewards aren't impressive. Begin the siege. Thank you so much for those donations, guys, really. Gameconomist, what you can get weapons for fans? Yes. I don't know if I answered that correctly. I want to join. The problem is, people usually don't like to back out of the Kolv lobbies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, people don't like to back out because it's a good, efficient lobby for farming Kolv. It goes very fast, and people like that. So when I make a Kolv lobby, it usually fills up fast and stays full. Kelvin Kilesti says, can I join your session? I want to hug Kovtaroth 2. Need love, need Kolv. Wow, I'm really surprised at the number of people who still want to do Kolv. Because I haven't been doing her this whole time, except for on PC, really. I didn't realize there were so many people who still needed her. I kind of overestimate just how much I played, or underestimate just how much I played. By the way, I have a Pop-Tart here. Handler confirmed for Iceborne. That's amazing.
There it is.
Can you show me your light bowgun sticks build, please? Victor, I would, But you might notice, Victor, I'm actually not on my account at the moment. So Victor Antonio, I will be able to show you light bowgun builds back when I'm on Xbox, probably. Also PC to a degree. But on this account, this is Zachariah's account, and he doesn't play light bowgun. He should. What are you doing? What are you doing, Zachariah? Alright, we'll jump over here. He plays hammers and insect glaives. Grab this Devil's Blight. TGC, are you going to kick me if... That's right, I'm going to kick you if I break parts. Yes. So, the reason he's asking is because technically you can break a part off of Glaive to Roth. I think you can break 2 parts and she won't leave. Okay, so technically you can track farm her and you can break 2 of her parts. However, to make things uncomplicated, I don't allow that. All you gotta do is gather tracks. That's the only thing you're doing. No attacking the Gajalakas, no dropping boulders, no breaking her parts. All we gotta do is reach, pursuit level 4. Very easy. So, no breaking those parts, no dropping those boulders, don't attack the Gajalaka. Real simple. The easier it is to understand, the more likely you're going to be successful in getting your whole party to do it. Justin says, I bought Iceborne 5 days ago. Nice, man. Hope you're excited. I'm all out of water, but this Pop-Tart's making me so thirsty. Mr. Eyes says, I want to be in the hard carry. Well, what you can do is you can contact me on Discord. Make sure you let me know who you are, okay? When will you be coming back to Xbox? Should be back on Xbox in a day or 2. Might be a day. Where can I find the best sleep hammer builds? In all of my live streams. I do have a hammer, well, no, actually, maybe I should make a sleep hammer builds video. I think I will. That's a great question. I could easily make a really good video on that right now, and I just haven't. So, what's my excuse? Joshua O says, hey, Gameconomist, what gamma armor should I go for? That's a great question. It's something I've talked about a lot. When you're playing against the Arch-Tempered monsters, not all of the gamma armor in their sets are valuable. Usually it's just 1 or 2 pieces. Arch-Tempered Lunastra, go for the coil. Arch-Tempered Nergigante, go for the coil in the chest. Kushala de Aura, go for the coil. Val Hazop, go for the arms. It's only useful for bows these days. Kieran, go for the chest. Who else? Teostra, go for the head, the arms, and the legs. 3 parts, actually. Yeah, oops. Get this shiny crab for him. Oh, look, he'd never collected that either. So cool. I got you the shiny gold crab, Zachariah. Now you got crabs. Don't tell your wife. Don't tell your girlfriend. Alright. That's the last bite of my Pop-Tart. You want to know what I had today? I had a bowl of sardines and a Pop-Tart. They don't match at all. But I like them both. Calvin says, Gameconomist is protecting Cove like a true gentleman. Oh my god, I should turn that into a thumbnail. That should be like a White Knight thumbnail. Hold on. I'm going to save that as an idea. White Knight thumbnail. Cove. Alright, I'm back. There's a typhoon near Taiwan, and it's raining outside, and it's so loud. Yeah, we had some really rainy weather this year for Missouri. Really rainy. Hey, can you help me private with Glaive to Roth? I probably could, yes. May Sky says, is Fashion Hunter viable for stuff like Arch-Tempered Elder Dragons? Yes, but the question is, why would you want to? So basically you're saying, I can make my character look nice, but I'm going to add like 10 minutes to the fight. It's not really my style. Somebody out there maybe likes to do this, but hopefully in Iceborne, I've heard that we're getting all armor as layered sets in Iceborne. So when that comes out, just be a fashionista at that point. But right now, you might just focus on using really good, viable sets. Don't come in undergeared, it'll be rough. What are your favorite layered armors? Trick question, I don't like layered armors. I like to see what armor set I'm wearing so that players can understand my build. Monaghan says, do you have an evil twin brother named TheGameconomist? No, but I have a second channel called TheGameconomist because I'm going to be opening up Pokemon cards soon. I need the camera first. That's why I have a phone fund. Do you need a pre-made GRP for Kulftaroth? Pre-made GRP. I don't know what a GRP is. Listen to these guys. So crazy. Is there a viable way to solo farm Kulftaroth if you don't play multiplayer? I'd say no. It's not worth it, man. There's... Excuse me. There's a lot of Kulftaroth weapons that are like meta. They're the best, right? Like, Sleep Hammer is a perfect example. It's the best hammer. But it's like... Could you imagine doing a run of Kulftaroth for like an hour to have a very slim chance of getting a Sleep Hammer? It's not worth it. Just build the Diablo's hammer and the Devil Joe hammer, and you're fine. Those are the two best craftable hammers. Just build those, and you're fine. So I wouldn't do it. You save yourself like 100 hours trying to go after a weapon solo, versus just being able to craft it in like a few runs against like Devil Joe and Diablos. Cardconomist, more like Cartconomist. Haha, you got me. Got him. I was originally going to name the card channel Gideon, like G-I-D, Gideon, E-O-N, yeah. And that's to name it after Team Rocket Gideon. He's like one of the only named scientists in the Pokemon games. But I realized it's like I already kind of have an online identity, you know, from my main channel, Gameconomist, so I went with Cardconomist. Just made sense. There's a 20-minute video of someone soloing Kulftaroth from Pursuit 1. I saw that. But you know what? Almost no one's going to be able to replicate that. Somebody might be able to replicate it, but not the guy asking for help on whether you can solo Kulftaroth efficiently farm Kulftaroth. Alazir says, I never have people join my lobbies, so rip. Yeah, that's a rip. I need a budget build for my friend. He mains Greatsword and wants to do Arch-Tempered Nergigante. Any suggestions? Tell your friend to get the Wyvern Ignition Impact Greatsword from Hunter's Every Hunter's Dream is out right now. It's an event quest that you get during the festivals. It will give him the strongest Greatsword in the game. Every Hunter's Dream. And then for the build, go with Dragon King Eye Patch. Go with what is the name of that? Damascus Chest. For the arms, go with Teostra Alpha. For the waist, go for Nergicoil. And for the legs, go with Lunastra Alpha Legs, if he can afford it. Also, if he can afford it, the Arch-Tempered Kulftaroth Coil is actually a better option as well. I say Nergicoil because it's very easy to obtain. Alright, let's go ahead and change builds. Manage items. We need a nice item loadout real fast. That was messing me up last time. Dude. It doesn't really need anything else, honestly. How's he looking on? There's large. Okay, he does have some mega barrel bombs. Nope, those are nitro shrooms. Where are his more expensive mushrooms? The Devil's Blight. There it is. Ooh, he's only got 12 of them. Oh, interesting. So I must be farming those up for him. You're welcome. Don't worry, guys. We'll start in a second. I just want to get this a little bit set up. Let's go ahead and have Mega Potion, whatever that is. Farcaster. I mean, we could put our other stuff there, I suppose. Temporal, Rocksteady. Alright. Save that back here. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started.
Oh, hello.
No mods on stream chat. You guys could get away with anything you want. Begin the siege. See, we got it to Pursuit 4. That's really all you need is Pursuit 4. Eat a meal. Oh, interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and put together a custom meal for Moxie. Actually, we want Elemental Moxie. Meow, meow. Alright, let's get started. No mods on the stream chat. Frankie Cutlass says, I got the sleep hammer pretty early. I've been doing Cove so long. Jeez. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like that. Jeez. Azuzu says, you're right. A new player like me isn't doing a 20-minute run. It's like these builds to farm entry-level stuff, decorations that require all the decorations you'd be farming. What is your favorite pizza? That's a tough question. Pizza Hut stuffed crust, maybe? I like all kinds of pizza. Like it depends on what you're craving. Like you could have like regular cheese pizza and you just enjoy the flavor of the cheese with the crust and the sauce. But I actually also don't mind Supreme with some like vegetables and meats too. All pizza is good pizza. That's the truth. How to stop myself from going hollow while farming Arch-Tempered Glaive to Roth? There's no way. You're gonna go hollow. I can do Cove in my sleep now. So much Cove to get those weapons. That's right. Normally when we do Cove to Roth, we have an interesting conversation. That's because I've fought her so many times, I can actually read the chat while I play. So feel free to talk about whatever you guys want with me today. When I do something like Extreme Behemoth, obviously, I'm not able to watch the screen, but I can actually watch the screen pretty well here. Grab this nitrous room for him.
You ready?
Yeah, that's right. Where do you think you're going, Cove?
See you around, buddy.
Anchovy pizza is the best. I don't know about that. I actually like fish, but anchovy on pizza kind of overrides all the other flavors. And not in the best way. Although, you can have anchovies in like salad, and for those of you who don't know, that's actually surprisingly yummy. Yeah, too slow. I've gotten Tareth Blitz shot, pretty unlucky with Arch-Tempered Glaive to Roth weapons. What kind of budget starter build can I make with this? With the Tareth shot build, well, it's actually a really good weapon, so you shouldn't feel bad. And that's because it loses to the Tareth support, but only marginally, okay? It doesn't really lose by much. The Tareth support just happens to have a huge clip, and it shoots very quickly. Oops, maybe we should have dropped that. Is there still time to? No. Let's jump over here. What's most important is that you're able to get normal shots, the normal shot skill onto your build, right? As well as weakness exploit and crit eye. I'm sorry, weakness exploit and crit boost. Okay, so you get weakness exploit, crit boost, then you try to hit up some crit eye, some max might, and especially you need the normal shot skill, okay? The normal shot skill adds a crazy amount of damage. Now, if you don't have the normal shots decoration, you're in luck. The Black Diablos leggings actually have normal shots built into them. So all you got to do is put those leggings on, alright? And that's why I recommend you put those leggings on. Smack, smack. Alright, let's get out of here. May I know what the origin behind your channel's name is? Well, there was a point where I was like, you know, I should take this whole YouTube thing more seriously. And I was sitting there trying to really think of a name that appealed to me. And I did it in a very kind of like subconscious kind of way. It wasn't very deliberate. It wasn't like, I didn't like sit there strategizing or anything. I just was trying to find something that sounded good, you know. And I ended up with TheGameconomist. And I was like, it doesn't really make sense, but I'm going to go for it. And that's why I have that name. Yeah. It's kind of a very, I don't know, it's not a very individualistic name, is it? It's not like Ted or something like that. It sounds very, it sounds almost like Game Informer. Very almost like technical kind of name. Oh, she's down. Let's break this. We'll probably break this right here. Zachariah, the Messiah, the hard carry. Thanks, man. Are you enjoying the stream so far, man? That's Zach. He's the. This is his account, by the way, guys. He's here watching the stream. Oh, whoa, whoa. Zach, we're gonna get you the sleep hammer. There's almost a 2% chance. We gotta get you the sleep hammer, the best hammer in the game. Oh, and thank you for that, by the way. I should update the snack fund. Let's update it real fast. Zachariah, thank you so much for supporting the channel, man.
You ready?
I think I spelled that right. Angus says, I hope you can host a PC Kulturoth stream so I can join and help. Sounds like she's really popular still, Kulturoth, to my surprise. And I guess I will. Maybe we'll do one on Xbox as well, because I haven't really done one on Xbox at all. Can't talk. Ever thought of making Warframe vids? Nope. Monster Hunter all day, every day, bro. That's it. Monster Hunter. Actually, we may be doing Pokemon. What do you guys think of that? You want some Pokemon? So, Pokemon Sword and Shield is coming out, and I'm going to be getting into card collecting again. And so I figure it would only make a lot of sense if I actually played the game too. So we might be doing a little bit of Pokemon on the side.
Proceed with caution.
Making sure you don't sell us items and weapons. Wouldn't that be the worst? Oh man, I would never do that though. You guys would instantly hate me, and I'm not here to be hated. It's not my. That's crazy. That's like for a criminal. That would be something you'd take him to jail for. What is it? What time is it where you're at? Because I'm from France. Nice to meet you, Josh, from France. I'm in America, Missouri, and the time is 11:43 a.m. It's morning time. It's lunchtime. Razorblade says, I got the Sleep Hammer first try when I got help. Good to know. Yes, Sleep Hammer's the best hammer. Boop. What about Smash Brothers Ultimate Gameconomist? Oh yeah, we need to do that. You know, I just haven't had a chance to... Oh, did we do it? Ah, she still touched us. That's sad. We don't have a health regen augmentation. Let's go ahead and drink this Mega Potion. Ah. Why isn't she glowing red? Your Discord is very useful. They helped me get Draken armor except for the legs. Thanks for this great community. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, man. I've actually heard a lot. People are actually very pleased with it. We're working our way toward 18,000 people in that Discord, by the way. And I know not all of them are active. That's just kind of how it goes with Discords. You get people who are, they use it, they're heavy users. And then you get people who join it once and they never show up again. They're like, what's this thing? But almost 18,000 people, and there's almost always 3,000 people online all the time, except for like late at night. And sometimes we get well over 3,000. online at a time. So it's actually very busy over there now. I love it. It's replaced Facebook for me, Twitter, all other forms of social media. I just really... Oh, I didn't mean to eat that. It's replaced everything else for me. I really enjoy it. Could you please give more tips for Glaive users? All I see people doing is jumping around, and that does not seem to impact hunts a lot. The insect glaive, in my opinion, kind of lacks damage. You have like the longsword that can foresight slash. Basically, the longsword is the insect glaive, except better. I know it sounds terrible, right? But it basically, they both do sever damage. They both basically just build weakness exploit and maximum might and crit boost, and they both use the Draken armor. So yeah, in a lot of ways, if you're good with the insect glaive and you want to do more damage, then you just trade over to the longsword. It's one of the reasons why I think that the insect glaive actually needs to be buffed. Did we just? I think we just missed out on a KO, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a KO. That sucks. That's okay. We don't need it. Who needs it? What I'm hoping for in Iceborne is the changes to the insect glaive make it a viable aerial weapon where you really should just be jumping around. Because right now, the way you play insect glaive is you actually stay on the ground, just like you would with the longsword. You don't use your jump attacks hardly ever. And this is a really disappointing way to play what's supposed to be the best aerial weapon in the game, in my opinion. Right now, I think the best aerial weapon in the game is surprisingly the hammer. Oops, I didn't mean to drink that. Yeah, you wouldn't expect the hammer to be the best aerial weapon, but I think it is. Because of its powerful ledge hopping and his spinning mid-air spinning bludgeon. There we go, I can talk. Is this still gonna land? Oh, it would have landed. No, would it? It would have been close. So for the insect glaive, if you want to get your damage output higher, I do have a whole video on the best insect glaives. The first thing you can do is choose the appropriate insect glaive for your fight. And then after that, it's just a matter of knowing the correct combinations to use and building it correctly. And that's about it. Yeah. It's actually not that complicated. And there's a few fights where your aerial attacks really do work. So Zenjiva is an example, and Lunastra is another example. So for those monsters, you can legit do aerial attacks and kind of get away with that. Wow, we must not be doing good damage. In your opinion, what's the worst weapon type? I think that the gun lance was actually one of the worst weapons, and I think Capcom agreed with this, and they just buffed it. I can't believe I just missed that. Yeah, I think that the gun lance, in my opinion, was one of the weapons that was struggling the most. I think also the hunting horn was really struggling. They buffed that for Iceborne. The last one I think they need to be buffing is definitely the lance. I would like... Oh, God, man. I'm just failing to drop these. Oops. We just dropped both of them. Yeah, the lance. Let's see a lance buff. She's just gonna shed. Nope, but she just turned red. That's good. There we go. There we go. What kind of gear would you recommend for light bowgun? Kaiser gear or for light bowgun? Well, you would want to build... There's two skills that are always really relevant for bowguns. It's ammo up. You usually get that from Kieran armor, but also you get it from like the charm and decorations. The other skill is the spare shot skill. Spare shot skill is incredibly useful because it gives you a chance to have random ammo. Johnson says elemental ammo and pierce ammo needs a major buff for Iceborne. I'm glad they're nerfing clusters. I don't know if they necessarily need much of a buff. I mean, they're actually pretty good when you get a target that is actually weak to elemental and pierce. So, you see what I'm saying? The problem is there aren't that many monsters weak to pierce and what's the other one that I mentioned? Oh, elemental ammo. Yeah, there aren't that many monsters weak to it. But I mean, like, Kulve Taroth is weak to Thunder, and it's just ridiculous how good Thunder ammo is against her. So it's pretty much the meta. So, yeah, they have a strange nature to them, don't they? What did they buff for the Hunting Horn and Rip Cluster ammo since we're on that topic? For the Hunting Horn, they're going to have a new note. It's like a Fortissimo note. What is it actually called? I can't remember. They're calling it like Echo or something like that, right? And you can add it. It's going to give a new list of buffs, and there's been various other improvements made to like the attack speed and the recovery frames on certain moves. So the Hunting Horn's been buffed, and I think it's a really good improvement. What I saw in the beta, it's going to make the Hunting Horn deal more damage, which is exactly what the Hunting Horn needed, was just to deal more damage. Ouch. Zachariah the Messiah, you're going nuts today, man. He says, stream can't end until I get Sleep Hammer. Oh, you're talking about a very long stream then, maybe. We're going to be on the wrong side of this. We don't want to run under that. We got to break the tail. That hurts. Let's go ahead and get... Oh! Normally that's my... I gotta fix that radial menu. Oh, Jesus. Got her. Dang, dude. Alright, make a potion. She's going to sleep. Woo! Tail's broken. What killed me? I think I just got killed by the ceiling. Oh my god, the worst timing. That's why the Rocksteady mantle is fine, but I actually think that the Fireproof mantle is better for fighting Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. God damn, dude. That was such bad luck. Ah, man. Did I not eat? I thought I ate. Get killed by the freaking ceiling? We got 1 life now because of it? Oh my god. That was just such bad luck, guys. Who could have predicted that? I mean, it's better to have bad luck when, like, you have all 3 lives, but we actually have... We're down to our last life right now, so that's not good. We gotta get back down there, too. So we didn't get to help them with the Wake Up attack. That's the other thing. Real Andrew Martin! That should be the theme song for Iceborne. Thank you very much, Real Andrew Martin. Are you kidding me? I just got hit by the ceiling again, dude. I just got hit by the ceiling a 3rd time. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, what is this? The ceiling stream? I got hit by the ceiling like so many times here. Alright, we're gonna try and get him out here while we can. There we go, we got them out. Perfect. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, here we go, guys. Get her, boys! Oop. Watch yourself! You better catch yourself on. Big bang time. She's about to get bamboozled by this hammer. There it goes. Nice job, everyone. That was kind of a dangerous run, man. That ceiling almost killed me a second time. That would have been like a record. Getting killed by the ceiling twice after playing the game for like whatever it is now, like 3,100 hours would be ridiculous, dude. What weapon are you going to play in Iceborne first? Good question. It might be the hammer, to be honest. Hammer just requires so little like maintenance. Right now, my favorite weapons are definitely hammer, heavy bowgun, and light bowgun. Those are all my favorites right now. Justin says, what weapon are you going to... Oh, I just answered that question. Gold Roof Best Monster. Sweet. I'm going to update that phone fund. Phone fund time. Thank you so much, Zachariah. Imagine Gameconomist getting Sleep Hammer this run. Oh, man, wouldn't that be nice? Oh man. Can't believe that ceiling got us, too. We did such a beautiful jump, and then the ceiling's like, F your jump. You freaking frick. It's nice using the Devil Joe hammer. I never get to use it. It has a different appearance to it, which is fun. I like how it looks like you're smashing with this chin or something. He's so lucky with melded weapons from carving. What? Oh, I don't even pay attention. I saw a gem in there, though. That was a Kolv gem. So if you're missing any of the Kolv Gamma armor, go get it. What is the best Zenjiva Gamma part? That is a difficult question. I'd argue the arms, actually, because the arms not only count towards spare shot, but they give you special ammo as well, and they're highly efficient. So I would say the arms. Ceiling plus lava equals cart. That's right, Thumber. Alright, let's see this fresh new sleep hammer we're about to unlock. Yeah, right.
Oh, hello.
We'll get everything but the sleep hammer. That's how it works, guys. That's how RNG works. You get it when you emotionally give up. That's when it arrives, actually. That's the nature. I don't even see hammers in the rewards, so it doesn't even matter here. Kiara Buster King. I'm just going to collect the Kiara weapons he doesn't own. I hope he doesn't get mad at that. Terrath Extreme, Kiara Buster Spark, Terrath the Strong Arm Thunder, Kiara Sword Paralysis, Kiara Glaive Ice, Terrath the Sword Water, and Kiara Axe Water. Literally none of the good weapons. Quite literally. Alright, let's go ahead and get this Pursuit 1 started once again. That's right, the only way to get the Sleep Hammer is keep grinding, man. Keep the grind going. Yep. Basically trash pull right there. So he's like, got 3 sleep hammers. Shut up, Zoe. We don't want to hear about it. It's like when people pulled 3 gluttons. They're like, I got all the gluttons. Joel Jeffrey says, arch-tempered ceiling lava? The most dangerous arch-tempered monster of them all. I'm in the moment of Monster Hunter World where you don't have enough jewels and you're dissatisfied with the current armor skills. What? Sleep Hammer, High Raw, Comfy White Sharpness, something Diablo's Hammer need build into. That's right. For the Diablo's Hammer, you actually need 4 levels of sharpness to get the white sharpness, and then you get the tiniest sliver of white sharpness. So really what you need is 5 levels. D-Maze says, are people really giving up their PlayStation account to beat Arch-Tempered Kulf Taroth? He can beat Arch-Tempered Kulf Taroth. He's just supporting my channel. And it's fun, you know, because you get to see your character live, and we get to see your guild card live. Yeah, people do this kind of stuff all the time. Have you not watched... This is an old idea. People have done this for a long time. Can't believe it. Shake my head. Somebody's not hitting that start button. Arch-tempered handler. She eats twice as much, and she says, "Hey, partner," every like 30 seconds. Hey, partner! Who is not pushing start? Somebody's not pushing it.
There it is.
Here we are.
Last. Reminds me of that time. Now get out there.
Grab this nitro shroom. Jump up here.
You ready?
Bondberry. Blast nut. Mandragora. Love Mandragora. Dragon strike nut. Honey. We need that honey gathering skill. Devil's Blight, which is useful for crafting mega barrel bombs. More honey. Devil's Blight. More honey. What if I join your session and get a weapon? If someone leaves, I have no it weapons. What? What are you saying, Justin?
You can do this.
What is the point of the gathering build you use? The point is so that when I gather stuff, I get even more of it. Yep, that's the point. Because it's good to have lots of items. This is the Otogaran, insect glaive, since somebody asked. It looks cool, right? But you never get to use it because it's not OP. That's how it works in Monster Hunter World. You only get to use a few weapons because they're the strongest weapons. They really need to change that. They could do weapon skins even. How cool would that be? Just do weapon skins. You can still make it so that there's a strongest weapon, but if there were weapon skins to go after, damn, that'd be cool. That'd be cool as hell. It would only improve the game. Justin HB says, "I'm Justin Law." Nice to meet you, Justin HB, who's also Justin Law. Blue mushrooms, needleberry. Let's jump up here. We'll grab this fire herb. Get this cheap large barrel. They're cheap when they're free. More fire herb. Herb or herb? How is it pronounced? Herb. My grandpa's name was actually Herb, H-E-R-B. He's of German ancestry. We call him Grandpa Herb. We grab this large barrel, grab this herb. Grandpa Herb and Grandma Rose. Both of my grandparents on my mother's side have passed away. They actually passed away when I was real young. So my grandfather passed away from cancer, and then my grandmother just died like a year later, and I don't really know what it was from. Wait, what happened? That fat crab got away. I remember it because it was an open casket funeral, and it like shocked me. I must have been probably 11 years old at the time, 8 and 11 maybe, and I was like, holy, people die? I remember learning that when I was like 11 and 8 and 11. Soul Skyme, am I saying that right? Thank you for becoming a member. For those of you who don't know what memberships are, I say this every time. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's the equivalent of a Twitch sub. It's the same idea. And you can become a member by hitting that join button next to the subscribe button. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, I was saying, you know, I was young and I discovered death as kind of less of an abstract idea and more of a very realistic idea. Because here's these older people who are my grandparents, grandma and grandpa, and they're just gone now, right? And everyone around me knows they're gone. And so it was like really shocking as a kid. And the open casket kind of like played into that. Like I could touch them, but they were cold and they didn't respond. And it was like mind blowing for me as a kid. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna happen to me? No way, I don't want that. I want to live forever. You hear about that in a lot of books, you know. A lot of books is about living forever. People's greatest fears, you have to pass away someday. The Harry Potter books, right? Lord Voldemort, he wants to live forever. It's the story of so many people. So many books, I mean. Immortality. What's your favorite looking armor set? Ooh, that's tough. Favorite looking? I actually like the heavy armor set, or what is it called? I can't remember the name of it. It's that armor set that has the capacity boost in the waist, the coil. I like the armor set. I like the way it looks. The Damascus armor set looks cool as well. But I always say that I'm a fan of the Uragon set. By the way, bad joke, Justin. But my other account is Justin. Oh, nice. I think you just said that. So Soulskyme says, yeah, you said it right. Dre DeFleece says, I'm having terrible time figuring out my path to HR50. I'm stuck on the HR13 Nergi and don't know what build to go for to beat him other than Devil Joe Light Bowgun. Right, I think you were talking to me earlier. One trick might be seeing if you can get somebody to come in and really help you with that fight. He's a tough fight. He doesn't seem like it to players who've been playing for a long time, but if you're like new to the game, you've got basically no good weapons, no good armor, it's actually a long and difficult fight. So if you're needing help, try asking people in the Discord, I would say, and then also, it's just not going to be easy, man. You just got to keep trying and trying and trying. Make sure you have Health Boost 3, I would say. At least that. Health Boost 3 is going to help you a lot. And then, you know, you can go with the Devil Joe Light Bowgun. If you're going to be using that for Bowgun, I think that's actually really appropriate. Make sure that you land all of the Wyvern Blast. That's the special ammo. Make sure he jumps on that special ammo because it's actually worth a lot of damage. The Wyvern Blast on the Devil's Madness is terrific. Could take you a long time to get the fight done, but you only need to do it once. It's not like you're grinding him. It's not like you're farming him. You just need to do it once and then you're set. Dave, irrelevant topic to Monster Hunter World, but any plans to play Minecraft? Yeah, I keep saying I'm going to show off the cathedral I built in Minecraft. I need to do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Problem with living forever, you need to watch all your loved ones pass away. Death blackout, I would be okay with that. People act like that's a big deal, and it would be sad. Like, don't get me wrong. It would be very sad, but I still want to live. You know what I mean? So the idea, oh, I'm tortured because everyone I know has passed away. It's like, give me a break. Everyone wants to live forever. There's probably some exceptional, you know, people are like, nah, not me. But it's like, wait till you're some old person waiting to die, and then you'll be like, you know what would be nice? If I was young and living forever. So the whole concept of loving others is an interesting philosophical question of whether you really love people or whether you only love yourself and you believe that you love other people. So really, there's a lot of philosophy to this whole idea of love. Western civilization really does romanticize the idea of love, and not all cultures and civilizations have done that. Justin says, can I help you tell the guy? What? I don't know what you mean. Kyle Graham says, how many expansions do you think we'll see for Monster Hunter World? This will be the only expansion. The developers have already confirmed this. So it's going to be Iceborne, and then they're probably going to release Monster Hunter World 2. The cathedral from Dark Souls? No, actually the cathedral that I built is based off of a cathedral that I live nearby, the St. Louis Cathedral. St. Louis Basilica Cathedral. Minx says, hey, how's it going, Minx? When you be eating in bed, let us present ourselves. Oh, the ants, huh? Hey, look, she's doing it again. She's like stuck. Stuck on the wall there. That's weird. That's awkward. Report Minx for spam. Rampaging Cyan? What's one of the new things coming to Iceborne you're looking forward to the most? New monsters. New monsters. Not monsters coming back from GU, not variants, but actual new monsters. That is why I'm looking forward to the most. Kind of like Ancient Leshen. He was totally new. Totally new, fresh, felt great. Well designed too, by the way. Ancient Leshen is a great fight. So I'm looking forward to that. Justin says, I mean the guy who needs help with Nergigante. Yes, I don't know what you mean. Justin, you got to communicate better. I don't know if English is maybe your second language or something. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. Let me go ahead and grab this hammer build. You know why we're using a hammer build? To encourage Kolv Taroth to give it. Look at all this great items we got for Zachariah, by the way. Nitro, Bondberry, Blast Nut, 2 Mandragoras, honey. Look at all this. Beautiful. We got him barrel bombs. Man, awesome. I love seeing it. Don't you ever feel like a kleptomaniac when you're gathering? You're like, give me that, give me that. You ever feel that? I feel that every time.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Kolv Taroth the Siege. We got it to Pursuit 5. That's good. So you don't really need it to be any higher than 4. If you can get it to 4, you're set. But 5 is like a little bonus, you know? It's even easier. You break the parts faster. Let's just grab this chef's choice platter, who cares? I said, hi, Dad, but you didn't notice. How's it going, Minx? Angus Chen says, gotta go to sleep. Love your streams. Good luck with the awful RNG reward system. Thank you very much, Angus. You have a good night. Ah, Justin says he's Dutch. That makes a lot of sense, Justin, because you were sometimes kind of hard to understand. The Hublass is cute AF. It's just the bikini, bro. She's just got a good body, but she's got a butter face. You gotta leave her. You gotta, don't do it, man. People get older. You gotta make sure it's not all about just how good her body looks in a bikini. Okay. Jessen Palomer says, Ancient Leshen is already an existing monster in another game. That's right, but he's new in Monster Hunter, so... When do y'all think Monster Hunter World 2 will come out? Year and a half after Iceborne, maybe? If they follow the same schedule? Year and a half. Are you on PC? We're on PlayStation right now. We're doing a hard carry for Zachariah. Zachariah the Messiah. Who's Zachariah? Your daddy. Average Guy says, Insect... IB white-haired Hublass, though. TR Anthony? Whew.
Thanks for streaming and helping me get through work. I just started busy season and will keep supporting your channel.
Oh, geez. I hate busy season. I don't know what that means for your industry, for your job, but for me, let me tell you what. So, when I was younger, like I'm an old man, when I worked in retail before I went to college, they have like their whole heading toward October, November, December, that triple lineup. You got Halloween stuff's getting ready. You got the Thanksgiving stuff's getting ready, and then you've got, you know, Black Friday, which is really just Black Thursday at this point. So it was a big deal in retail when you headed into the fall, and that was an awful time to be in retail. Of course, it was also an easy time to get hired in retail. So that was when I got my first job, and it actually got me out of homelessness. Yeah, I was homeless. And I was homeless in August, and they were hiring people to get ready for Black Friday. And this was at a Target, and that's how I got my job. So I guess in a way it kind of gave me a job. And yeah, it's just brutal work. And then it goes into like January, February, March, and you go from super busy to they don't even need you anymore. They're like, we don't even need you on the schedule. Yeah, busy season, jobs that have that kind of burst, it's so like painful. I remember working at Target, and not only did I not get the weekends off, but my off days were like split up. So it would be like Monday and Friday were my off days. And it was just ridiculous. Like, how are you supposed to feel rested when you don't even get 2 days in a row? It's just, oh darn, we didn't get the knockdown. You don't even get 2 days in a row. It's like with separate days split up. Like they're trying to torture you. They're like, what if we took his days off and we split them up so that he doesn't even get 2 nights in a row of sleeping in, right? So, gosh, it was awful. And then eventually I got it was hard work. Eventually I got a job with Coca-Cola, and they were crazier. I'll never forget Coca-Cola working you for 12, 14 hours a day. I'll never forget that experience. And with Coca-Cola, it was even more intense because it's like, first of all, the holidays, people buy a lot of soda. But then also, the summertime, holy smokes, that's when people buy soda. People buy so much soda for the 4th of July. It's like mind-blowing how much hours they will ask you to work in the summertime. So crunch time at Coca-Cola was like half the year mostly, and they had like this hiring philosophy where they didn't like to hire people. They liked to have few employees who like to work overtime and they're highly efficient. That's what they preferred. So they didn't hire fast. They actually hired slow. This was the Coca-Cola plant that I worked at in St. Charles. And they didn't hire fast. They'd hire a few people that were really good, and then they'd be like, hey, you want to work 16 hours? And you'd be like, nope. But they'd be like, yep, you're going to work 16 hours though. And then you'd be like, okay. I actually had my manager once. I was having a schedule conflict between my classes at the community college and Coca-Cola. And she, you know, she's having me work like 12, 14 hours a day. And I'm like, well, I got to go to school. I have a test. And she's like, well, you need to decide what's more important to you, this test or your job at Coca-Cola. So she's kind of like hinting at me that I need to pick Coca-Cola over my education. And that was a big moment for me. I was like, wow, companies don't care. Companies have a schedule to fill and they don't care about your, you know, your love life. They don't care about your education. They're like, you will meet our needs or we will find somebody who will meet our needs. And that was one of those moments. I had a moment like that at Target too. You know, when I started working for Target, I had this very rosy kind of like appreciation for business. I was like, man, I love business and business loves me. But then I found out over time, it's like, nope, actually it's more like I love business. Business doesn't love you. Business just loves when you work really hard. Justin HB says, do you recommend the Devil Joe hammer? Yeah, Devil Joe hammer or the Diablo's hammer. Diablo's hammer is technically stronger, but I'm kind of liking the whole Handicraft 3 white sharpness on the Devil Joe hammer. I'm liking that. It feels nice. Oops, I didn't mean to kick that. Let's go ahead and put this Rocksteady on. I plan to work forever until I die. Wish granted. A better thing to do might be to find something you're passionate about, and then it's very easy to work very hard on that. It's all about making the big piles of green, juicy money. Yeah, but you know, I never really made big piles of green, juicy money. I always made just enough to get by. And I think that's one of the reasons why everyone wants socialism today, because it's actually very hard to become wealthy. It is. It's hard to become wealthy. I feel like everything changed, though, when I reached a point in my life where I was reading these really great books on finances, and I was reading books on investing, and they were talking about how people don't think about money right. They think of how to be employees instead of how do I build my own assets. And that really changed my worldview on what it means to be wealthy. Because I always thought being wealthy meant getting a job and pulling out a loan to buy a home. The reality is being wealthy means owning a business and then buying a home with cash so that you don't give the banks interest. And I was like, that just changed my whole mind about how to become wealthy. And that was when I decided, man, I need to go back to school. I need to go back to school and actually get a meaningful degree. Which is funny because I don't even use the degree now. I'm doing YouTube and YouTube doesn't require a degree. But that's just how it goes, I guess. I met my wife there. Yeah. Met my wife there. So that's, is that worth a student loan? You tell me. I think it is. If we're together the next 30 years, I suppose. That means maybe I should play less games and spend more time with her. Got the Glutton Heavy Bowgun today. Really? Is Glutton fun? Yes, I would say so. It's powerful. Being powerful is fun. Pepsi is nasty. Ouch. Somebody dropped the boulder. Wouldn't that have been beautiful if it hit his tail? Her tail. I disagree with that. It's hard to become wealthy. You just have to know what fields are in demand. Well, I mean, it's all relative. Whatever you think is hard and whatever you think is easy. But my point is like, you know, if you want to become wealthy in a video game, it's easy. But if you want to become wealthy in the real world, so does freaking everyone else. And it's a real competition. Everything's a competition. Getting into a nice school is a competition. Getting into a nice job is a competition. This is one of the reasons why I don't always understand the Democratic Party when they're like, yeah, just let everyone in. Everyone, anyone. It's kind of like, well, businesses discriminate on who gets to work at a business because businesses know there's people you want in the business, people you don't want in the business. Schools discriminate. They say, we want the smartest kids. But then when it comes to your country, you're just supposed to let everyone in. And it's kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of going on a rant, but one of the most shocking things that I heard at the latest Democratic debate was when Joe Biden, he's the lead Democrat candidate, and he says, if somebody enters your country illegally, you should be allowed to send them back. And people basically pounced on him like he's the bad guy for saying that. And it's like, well, no, that's actually a very old, very basic idea. It's just following the laws. Simple. Having control of your own borders, your own sovereignty, really. He says something in the debate. He said that if somebody has like a PhD and they have a green card, we should be allowed to just make them a citizen. And who was it? Cory Booker was like, you're discriminating or something like that. It's like, well, the whole world discriminates. Businesses want to know if you have a PhD. That's what businesses want to know. They want to know, do you have a PhD? All right. Well, we've got a PhD job for you. I know this because I've been looking at places to move. I've been thinking about moving to all kinds of places. And when you look for a place to move, their first questions are always, what's your education? What job do you do? And some of them even want to know, like, do you have a bunch of money? Because they're like, well, if you got a bunch of money, you're in. You know what I mean? So, a really interesting subject. Matt says, you come across as balanced. It's so crazy. Yeah, politics are crazy, man. Politics have gotten nuts. Justin says, and the wake up hit is so word I slide when I try to wake up. One, two. She's gonna KO from this probably. Supply and demand. If too many people come illegally, it'll fuck up. Oh, I just dropped the F-bomb. It'll F up the economy. It'll frick up the economy. Anthony Tran says, you're looking outside the U.S. then, huh? Yeah, I've looked at, my wife, she's technically part Hungarian, and we found out you can move to Hungary in, like, just a few months if you can prove that you're, if you have Hungarian heritage. So, it's just kind of like this fun thing where you sit down and go, oh, we could move to Hungary. So you do a little research, and then what is it? I'm technically, my last name is British, and then I've also got German heritage, and I've also got Filipino heritage. My grandma's Filipino. So, yeah, we've looked all over the place. It's interesting. We joked about moving to Japan for fun, right? Because my wife's a big weeaboo. Is that the right word, weeb? She's learning Japanese, and I tell her, we're never moving to Japan. She's like, uh-huh, and then she just keeps learning. I think we would both like to travel. I think that is something we both would like to do. Isn't that something everyone wants to do? She's Hungarian, Lilith. Did I say Hungary? Victor's got the demonetized sign. Are we talking about immigration? No, we're talking about pepperoni pizza. Paolo says, hi, I'm Filipino. How's it going, man? My grandma was Filipino, and I grew up eating chicken adobo, pansit, and some other interesting stuff that I don't know the name of. I ate a lot of fish growing up. Antonio Molina says, the TheGameconomist. Maybe someday. Orion says, I wouldn't want to go to Japan. Really? My wife she talks about it like it's, I don't know, like heaven or something. Look at that. You would never, Anthony's like, oh, Filipino. You wouldn't know that I do have some Filipino genes. You would never know if you looked at me. I look like maybe German or something, maybe a little Irish. But I have siblings who they got like 100% of the Filipino genes, I guess, and they look like they came right from the Philippine Islands. Then I have some siblings who have like curly blonde hair and blue eyes, so it's a real mix. How do you create your openings with HM? Huh? I don't know what you're asking, man. Obtain rewards. What are we going to get, guys? Are you excited? Do a drum roll. This is it. This is it. This is it. Nothing, 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 nothing. Terra Thunder. I mean, there's really no reason to have this, in my opinion. On the other hand, if you haven't built the Devil Joe heavy bowgun, why not? Rage, Terra Strong Arm Water, Ice, Kiar Sword, Magma. Kiar Hammer Decay. There you go. He said he wanted some of those Kiar Hammers. We got the Kiar Hammer Decay. Terra Crest Thief. I can't talk. And Terra Buster Poison. Let's sell the rest of those. So we got the Kiar Hammer Decay. Let's take a look at that real fast. That might actually be better than what we're currently running. Okay, Devil Crush. Devil's Crush versus Kiar Hammer Decay. Alright. Well, I don't know. You're giving up I mean, technically you pick up almost 40% affinity, right? But Devil's Crush has 2 augments, so technically it's 30. So you're picking up 30% affinity. But you're giving up so much raw. Look at that. It's like 150 raw. Let's do it, just for fun. We're gonna trade it out. Alright, we got the Hammer Decay now. We do have 40% base affinity and weakness exploit, so I don't know, the synergy from crit boost might actually make this a better option than the Devil's Crush. Justin says, "Can I add you? What, on PlayStation? I don't accept friend requests on any of the consoles because I get too many friend requests. So you can send it to me. I'm just not going to accept it. You can add me on Discord. There's like there's a way to friend somebody on Discord. You can do that. All right, we already set it up. Chef's Choice Platter. What do you think about the Kiar Hammer Blast? It's bad. Orion says, I'm gonna go craft some Kiar weapons. I ain't gonna grind them. Ooh, you better not. I'm gonna tell on you. How's it going, Solaire? Solaire, I don't think I've seen you in a while. Stand by for departure. Zachariah the Messiah. Diablo Shatter or Tear at the Sleep Hammer? I go with the Tear at the Sleep Hammer all the time. Justin says, I don't use Discord. Well, you better. Better start using that Discord. You think this is free? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying things. Thank you once again to TR Anthony, Zachariah the Messiah, and Antonio. Wait, it's Victor? And who else was there? There was one more person whose name I can't recall. It's at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, all of you, for your donations. I'm going to get the fanciest diamond-encrusted phone you've ever seen. Solaire says, yeah, have been to Japan recently. Ooh, nice. Is it worth it? Or is it too expensive? Antonio Molina says, take your wife to Japan and buy her a longsword and Naruto headband. She would probably accept that Naruto headband. I'm pretty sure she's watched all of the Naruto episodes. She always tells me she's watched, like, I've watched hundreds of those. She always tells me about that. Victor says, what augmentation do you recommend or have in your light bowgun sticks, Blaze of Madness? For the light bowgun sticks, Blaze of Madness is going to be slightly different. I would say for the sticks, go for affinity. For the Blaze, go for also affinity. And then in the Madness, go for health regen augmentation. So, yeah, to answer your question, affinity, health regen.
There it is.
How do you create your own openings? How do you create your openings with your hammer best to avoid getting hits?
Now get out there.
I think he's asking me, like, how do you get in there and not get hit by the monster? And the answer to that question is really not too complicated. You have to know the monster's moveset, and then you have to wait for the monster to attack and punish the monster after the monster's done attacking. That's the best. I mean, that's true for any weapon, too. It's not just the hammer. It's true for every weapon. And the hammer does have the brutal upswing, and the brutal upswing is going to allow you to close a gap quickly. So you can use that if you're trying to close that gap. Oops, we need to empty our item loadout. And that's about it. Yep. Also, spinning midair bludgeon has a lot of aerial reach, so you'll travel far when you use that skill as well. How do you augment? You need to reach HR 50, and then the ability to augment will pop open for you. And then you just need the stream stones and the gems required for that augmentation. You do it at the smithy. The smithy will allow you to augment. Can I join your PS4 squad? You certainly can. We're the Ooh Woo Clan. Alright, you can call it Knights of Ooh Woo, you can call it Ooh Woo Hunters, whatever you want. It's called, the group is called Ooh Woo. And in order to join, you must change all of your auto messages to include either Ooh Woo or Oh Whoa in it. Alright, either or is fine. And it does, it doesn't have to like match. It doesn't have to be like, ooh woo, what's this? You don't have to say that. But it does just have to have ooh woo in it, no matter what. So it could be like, don't try it, Anakin, I have the high ground, but then it has to have ooh woo at the end. It's a required. It's a requirement. So Lara says 3.3 thousand bucks for one person to stay 10 days, counting hotel costs and transport costs. With food, it's going to be probably 3.6 thousand bucks. That's a lot of money, dude. Dang, that's crazy. $3.6 thousand. Who has that laying around? I mean, somebody does, obviously. Maybe I'm just poor. I can't flex on you. Imagine being rich and then making YouTube flex videos where you just show off your expensive cars. And then because you can make the flex videos, you make a bunch of ad revenue because you're already rich. It's like the rich keep getting richer, guys. I think the Democrat Party's right. We do need taxation. The rich keep getting richer. See, if I was already wealthy, I could make videos about my fancy cars and my fancy $1 million home. I just can't do it because I'm poor. So unfair. Byru Mara says, do you stream every day? Yes, I stream every day. My mates suck. Oh well. What do you think about the recent talk about video games causing mass shootings? Oh, please. We all know it doesn't. We all know that you're not going to get on and play Animal Crossing and then go, you know what I need to do? I need to get an AR-15 and shoot up a Walmart. We all know that you're not going to get on Call of Duty and shoot your friends for like 5 minutes and then go, you know what? I would love to go commit a school shooting because of Call of Duty. That's just not happening. What could be happening is you could be a messed up individual already, and then maybe you play video games. That's possible. Dragon Bass is getting booted. Sorry, Dragon Bass. The rules are no attacking. We don't attack Kulve Taroth or the little dudes here. The Gajalakas. I do feel sorry for him, but I always am very clear about the rule at the beginning of the run. Zoe's like, the boot. That's right, Zoe. You witnessed it firsthand, the terrible boot hammer. The power of the band hammer. I'm using a hammer in the game, and I have the band hammer as the host. Maybe he didn't mean to. I wonder what. I wonder why he did that. Look, Lucas Durador says, I just want a lot of money so I can get more money. It's kind of how it goes, though, you know? Like, the wealthiest people in the world, they own a bunch of stock, right? Which is ownership in a company. And the stock's expensive, so they're already wealthy. But then also the stock earns the money, so they just get wealthier. So when people say the rich keep getting richer, it's actually very accurate. That's exactly how it works. I love, Justin says, I love your advice. Let me guess, is hammer your main? Actually, no, heavy bowgun is. Hung Nguyen Sin says, Sir, does the skill recovery up apply to health regen from weapons? I hear that it does. I've been told that recovery up does apply. Dre de Fleece, he says, curious what kind of games you played before this. Either way, thanks for helping me learn the game while I'm at work. Yeah, here, I'll talk about that. Let me update the phone fund. Thank you so much, Dre de Fleece. Dre de Fleece. Alright. Oh, I'm getting handled. So, the games I played before Monster Hunter World. For those of you who have been a fan of my channel for a really long time, I was doing YouTube Dark Souls 3, and I was playing a lot of PvP. And I'd actually gotten real good at it, too. I'd gotten really good. Probably, you know, better than most players. Not the best in the world, obviously, but real good. And then before Dark Souls, I was playing a game called Halo Wars, a real-time strategy. As well as Destiny 2, Destiny 1, and Mass Effect 3. So a lot of shooter games, actually. But I was so won over by Dark Souls, I was like, wow, I could never go back. Once you go Dark Souls, you never go back, right? And the reason I was interested in Monster Hunter was because it actually looked a little bit like Dark Souls. You know, you had people in the third person using weapons and rolling through attacks, so I was like, I'll give that a try. And when I tried Monster Hunter, I was like, wow, this is awesome. So I love FromSoft games. In fact, as you guys know, I did a playthrough of Bloodborne just recently after getting the PlayStation. I've done a lot of Dark Souls already, so I don't really need to do more Dark Souls. And now I'm playing Monster Hunter, which, although they're not quite the same, they actually share a lot of similarities. So it shouldn't surprise you at all that I'm playing this game. I was a big fan of not Monster Hunter, of Halo Wars real-time strategy on the Xbox, and they were going to make Halo Wars 2, and I thought that was going to be the game that I was going to play. But the Halo Wars 2 was so different from the first that I lost all interest in it. It was really sad, actually. And then, of course, you guys know I've played a great deal of Minecraft. I played a lot of Minecraft for fun. I think I have a real, maybe like creative, whatever you want to call it, like muscle in my brain. Likes to make stuff, think about making stuff. So this shouldn't surprise you at all, because that's what you do when you make YouTube content. You make stuff. So I enjoyed Minecraft, especially in the early years of Minecraft. When it first came out, that was real nostalgia. But then later, too, I was just enjoying the idea of all the organization that goes on in the game, all the making of things that goes on in the game. But also, I've just played it for too long. I think it's hard for me to spend too much more time on it. You know, you do reach a point where you got to take a break from a game. I haven't hit that wall with Monster Hunter. I wonder if I will someday. But we'll have other games to play as well. Like I said, I'm thinking about getting into Pokemon. I played a lot of the Pokemon games. I stopped around X and Y. In fact, I didn't finish my copy of the X and Y. I don't remember which one I had. I think I had the Y copy. And my then girlfriend, it's an ex-girlfriend, she had the other one. And yeah, I stopped that game because I guess I just wasn't having enough fun. It was the same formula. It's a little too easy, really. The story was too easy. And I wasn't ready to get into like hardcore PvP with Pokemon. Like I wasn't going to go compete internationally or anything like that. I think a certain aspect of Pokemon I've never been a fan of is the RNG in the fights. Like you could try to paralyze your target, and then your whole move could miss and you do no damage and you don't paralyze. So the RNG in the game kind of doesn't appeal to me. I'm somebody who really enjoys chess. There's really not any RNG in a game like chess. And chess is a very thoughtful game. Well, Pokemon's a thoughtful game, but there's quite a bit of like dice rolling. You know what I mean? Like maybe the move lands, maybe it doesn't. And that's a big part of whether or not you win. So for me, that RNG is frustrating when it comes to PvP experiences. It's not frustrating for PvE though. PvE, I don't care. Oh, we got done fast. Thappa says, can you do a guide for all optional quests since I can't find out how to unlock all of them? I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that would take too long. Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry, man. I would do that one. That one sounds like a hassle. Motogeddon says, recovery up does not power up health regen. I tested it. It had no increase whatsoever. Thank you, Motogeddon. I haven't tested it myself. I've only heard people's own reporting on it. Alright, we're waiting for one more group to come back. Justin says, what do I do to unlock augmentations? What you do is you have to get your character to Hunter rank 50. Though at Hunter rank 49, a quest will become available. You need to go finish that quest, and then you'll become HR 50, and augments will be unlocked. Oh, he's asking which augment should I do. So I have made an augmentation guide. It's on my channel if you want to watch that. But basically it boils down to the vast majority of weapons, you should be getting health regen first and then affinity second. There's exceptions to that. It depends on the rate of fire of your attack. So if you're using like pierce ammo, spread ammo, bows, arguably dual blades, you mostly just do affinity and no health regen. And that's because when an attack has many hits to it, you get very poor healing. Oops. Ah, we could have done our garden by now. I don't want to do it now. Joshua says, just join the Discord. Ooh, thank you very much, man. The Discord's been blowing up. It really has been. We're heading toward 18,000. That's crazy. So many people, man. He makes HR 49 sound so easy. It's not too bad. Yeah, work on your optional quests, work on your, your gear, and if you're just getting out there and killing the monsters, you'll get to HR 49. Doesn't take too long, in my opinion. It takes time, but it's not, it's not like it's going to take you a whole month even. Maybe like a week and a half if you just play regularly. All right, here we go. Pursuit level 4. Hypertian says, these hard carries are against TOS, Xbox Live, PlayStation. I've seen accounts permanently banned for similar things. Just be careful. All right, I'll keep that in mind. I feel like if that's really the truth for Xbox and PlayStation, that's a very crappy business model because A, the other player consents, and B, they're having fun. So anytime a company makes a choice that makes their console less fun or their service less fun, they're making a business mistake. I mean, it's not complicated. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. You know, if I was over at Zachariah's home, I could play for him. But you're saying I can't play for him because I'm not in his home? It's just bad. So I don't know how true that is, but we'll have to see. Justin says, I'm HR54. Very nice. All right. Let's make sure our items are appropriate. I think they are. Yes, they are. Let's get started. Hydra, Nibba, and Zoe. South Korea throws you in jail for account sharing boosting. Not even kidding. Really? Well, South Korea takes their video games pretty hardcore seriously. And but this isn't even a PvP game. This is a PvE game. Also, I don't know how much I believe that. They throw you in jail? I don't know. It sounds like a funny rumor. I would have to see if that's actually true. And if it's true, the people should be outraged. It's a freaking video game. It's like saying you're going to get thrown in jail because your friend watched a movie with you. What does not attacking Kulve Taroth do? You don't attack her at Pursuit 1, and then she leaves in 8 minutes. And then you're done with your first run against her. Go watch my fastest farm Kulve Taroth video, because I've repeated it. I've explained it so many times, I'm going to go crazy. 100 plus Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth sieges, no Tereth Hammer Sleep. Oh, that sucks, man. I believe it. Easy way to get augment stones? Do the end game fights like the Arch-Tempered monsters. I mean, next thing you guys are going to say is that, you know, Zachariah the Messiah is going to have his account banned for being able to mod all the weapons in or something like that. And, you know, people on PC doing that right now. They just mod all the weapons in. That's even faster than having somebody play for you for 2 hours, if you think about it. Nice, we got her. Ooh, she's going to go this way. You're getting, you're getting sent to space for account sharing. You played hide and seek together. Get in jail. Well, you never know. Some societies might be like that. Do you think we're gonna have separate Melder in Iceborne?
Do this.
That's a really obscure question. I have no idea. I'm not sure if it's really even that important, to be honest. Maybe? Yeah, no idea. We'll find out when it launches. It launches pretty soon. 3 weeks to go, guys. A little more than 3 weeks. Boop. She gonna glow red? Yes, she is. What is the easiest Arch-Tempered monster? Arguably Kieran. Kieran has the least health. I mean, maybe Arch-Tempered Zora Magdaros too. Shiny gold crab? That's 120 points, man. It's actually pretty good damage. Soon I must unsub to prevent spoilers of Iceborne, because delayed PC. Ah, I understand, man. That sucks. Remember me? Remember. Yeah, that sucks, man. I don't know why he put that down. Do you think Iceborne is going to change the speedrun meta with the Clutch Claw? Yes. All of speedrunning will change for Iceborne. Any Gunlance suggestions for Arch-Tempered Kieran, or just suggestions in general? Ooh, great question. Wow. Don't use the Gunlance, maybe? Probably wide shelling. I'd use wide shelling on him.
All right.
I'm trying to remember if you need guard up for anything. You probably do need guard up for one or two of his moves. Ah, he still got me. She got me. Whew. That spinning mid-air bludgeon, though. Some heavy damage, man. Oh, she moved. Damn. What is your favorite non-Elder Dragon monster to fight in each class? Yeah. These questions, man. The best monster is Shuckle. I'd use long shelling Gunlance for Arch-Tempered Kieran. Well, see, the reason I don't agree with that is because Kieran moves so much and requires you to be constantly kind of moving around yourself that I don't feel like it's safe to do a lot of long shelling versus him. And I'm pretty sure I actually played a long shelling matchup against him and didn't like it, precisely because of that. I think it's more fun to speedrun in Iceborne because of Clutch Claw. That's possible. Dark Harbinger says, is there actually a time that Iceborne is dropping? Do you know? Nope, no idea. Probably at 12 a.m. Antonio Molina says, when I found your channel a few months ago, I remember you barely streaming, and now it's every day and 3 times a day. Oh, whoa. Yes, that's because I realized something, and that's a lot of the videos I make, anyone can make. But when it comes to streaming, you can't be me, literally. Like, you can't copy who I am. You can copy my... So there's a lot of... there's channels like Monster Hunter channels that kind of copy my formats. And this happened especially... I want to say like 4 months ago. There were some YouTubers that really... Basically, we all went after the same information. And I realized when it comes to streaming, you can't copy my stream. My stream is me. So I like the streaming a lot, and then for the video guides, I'm still making those actually, but I'm trying to put together editors who want to do the editing side of it, or the visual side of it, and I'll still write the guides because I'm the one with the experience, and I like writing guides anyways. Giant horns chipped. You're welcome. Nice. Come on, strip, Cole. You know you want to strip, Cole.
Keep yourself together.
Oh, oof.
Keep looking. Don't let up. We're bound to pick up the trail somewhere.
Gameconomist started streaming more because he wants to see me as often as possible. That's right, Minx. Subbed for the stream, so far only Monster Hunter World YouTuber I have subbed to. Dang, man, thanks. I actually enjoy the streams a lot too, by the way. One of the things that I think is unique about me is I talk a lot. And really, that is one of the main things that you have to be good at if you want to be a good streamer. And so in life, I've always just been a very natural, heavy talker. I talk like all day and all night. I talk to myself. I talk to strangers. And this matches very well for streaming. So that is another reason. Some people do not like to talk as much. It requires a lot of energy to talk a lot. A lot of energy. Because your brain's running, you know, your brain's running when you talk. I feel like I could have written books and stuff like that or been a teacher. My dad was actually a teacher. Although he worked privately for a company. He was a teacher for a private company. But he did teaching all day. Those channels ain't got nothing on your streams. Ooh woo, ooh whoa. Like your hard carry vids, great idea. Think about it myself now that I don't need anything. Not that I need anything, just support the channel and see my character live. Exactly. That's exactly it. It's not just it's not just about maybe people who are having trouble with, who knows, like the extremist. It's actually just about getting to show everyone your oh dang, I can't believe that missed. Getting to show people your guild card and seeing your character in action. And then, you know, once it's up on the channel, it's not like I'm ever going to delete it. So you get to have your character up on the channel for a long time. You go back and be like, see that? That was my character. Oh, his tail's going to break. This is a broken tail for sure. How's his tail not broken? Somebody explain how the tail did not break. There it goes. When Iceborne first drops, me and Walla probably won't be in the streams as often. Gonna be chatting it up in Iceborne. Oh yeah, that's fine. This is acceptable. Nice. Alright. Now monster's gonna come over here. Damn, that's some heavy damage. I knocked him down before he even got to do his finishing blow. Sorry about that, Nibble. Break those horns off. Look at all these big bangs. How did that not break her horns? I'm surprised. Oh no, we gotta be careful. Woo! This is gonna hurt. Oh! I dodged it! I dodged it! And she's gone. You guys thought I was gonna die. Nope. You dodge it all day long. Abyssal says, so Gameconomist, how's the Uwu clan going? Well, we just started it. So Uwu clan's very young. We'll have more members. It's gonna be Uwu all day, every day. Playing Iceborne with the viewers? Yes, very likely. Although, it depends. I might rush through the story mode first. Mink says, when's the top 8 monsters Minx wants an Iceborne video? Number 5 will arouse you. We'll make it soon. Babakir says, Monster Hunter World should go cross-platform in Iceborne. Yes, I agree. But they're not going to do that. Because reasons. Are you high? Nope, I've never been high. Except for high on caffeine. I've been very caffeinated before. What do you guys think? Is this the run where we're going to get the sleep hammer? Keizo theme is the best theme. I suppose it is. George is like, I want to join Uwu Clan. You're going to need a new mod again. Who's it going to be? No, we'll be okay. We won't need another mod. I love it when games have a good coherent story. I love it when games have drama. Let's go ahead and collect all this. No gem this time. Whew, look at all those decorations. Paracoat. Paracoat's useful. Flight's okay. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Alright, let's see. Oh, are you excited? Here goes. Oh, we got the 8 rewards. So we got a few extra tries too. Is this gonna be the one? Cross your fingers. Nope, 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 nope. Not useful. Crusher, huh? Yeah, we're not gonna collect that. It's not useful. We'll grab this just for fun. Kiara Sword Paralysis again. What is this game doing? Oh, God. Okay, we got 2 more tries. Oh, my God. Hey, there's the Tereth Axe Horn, actually. This is the best charge blade, basically, because it's a mirror of the Diablo's charge blade. So that's not bad. You and this player are now friends. Winterman. What? Okay. I don't know how that worked. There we go. Wahoo! All right, let's check the stream. We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's going to be the end of the stream. No Sleep Hammer. We got the Kiara Decay, which is actually not bad, though. Yeah, Kiara Decay is pretty sweet. All right, so I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. I'm just looking at it. Let's take one more look at Zachariah's guild card for fun. View. He's in the squad called Primal Pack. That's not the Uwu clan. Wait a second. Let's see. We added a few more runs to that hammer stat of his. 467 with the hammer. Insect Glaive's the other most used. Nice. Look at all these monsters. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Give you the wave. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, Zachariah. I do appreciate it a lot. And I want to thank all of you for watching. See you guys later.